The seed is the size of a marble. The green core, i.e. heart, seems to be floating. In fact, it is attached to the cage-like shell by thousands of invisible threads. In early spring, it should be planted in soft, sandy soil. The hole may be dug with a finger, at an angle of 45 degrees. Let the seed roll down to the bottom of the tunnel and cover it with soil carefully. It is necessary to keep to the watering regime strictly. On the animated calendar, breeders can plainly see which days the seed should be lightly watered. After 2 weeks, 2 small leaves pop up from the ground. Soon enough, 2 more shoots appear. Its body resembles a bundle of roots with hidden bags inside. The leaves turn into insect-like wings, and the shoots into real eyes. Reaching maturity in this phase, Metamorph carefully examines the height of the room with its stereo sight. Putting its roots out of the ground, it deplaces itself until its height is at least 2 feet. The bags inside the body start to fill with air. The air is warmed by the temperature of the body, so the creature slowly rises. Several days later, its body becomes huge, resembling a balloon. The wings and the roots dry up, and its eye antennae multiply. It is highly recommended that breeders tie down one of the roots to prevent Metamorph from drifting away. This phase is over when the wings fall off. After the wings fall off, Metamorph falls down on the ground, breaking up into a number of beings that resemble insects. Touching the ground, their legs start to move rapidly, and they try to escape in all directions. Breeders should quickly find out the one with a golden yellow body and 2 small wings. All other insectoids will dry up and drop dead in some 10 minutes. Hold Metamorph's wings carefully and put it gently into a bottle full of medium salty water, which should be left open. In the water, Metamorph slowly transforms itself. The leg ends turn into fins. The eye gradually retracts into the body, and its small wings disappear. Metamorph gradually turns into a fish-like creature. The fish-like Metamorph absorbs water through the entire surface of its skin and grows in length. Soon, it is so elongated that it measures almost 2 feet in length. Its gills turn into lungs, so it can breathe now. When all the water is absorbed, turn the bottle horizontally. After the transformation, Metamorph comes by itself out of the bottle. Which should be carefully removed with a long stick. Some breeders have a habit of making funny faces with its soft mouth, just for fun. This may be very dangerous, so thick protective gloves have to be used. Its soft, roundish mouth is now filled with very sharp teeth. In this phase, the creature has to be isolated because of its outstanding aggressiveness. Soon enough, it starts to devour its own tail, and after that, its body as well. It is not recommended to disturb Metamorph during this process. Finally, only the flat head of the Metamorph remains, resembling a starfish. The eyes close, and Metamorph enters into a state of hibernation. Only after it falls asleep, breeders should place the Metamorph into a flat, sunny patch of soil. Out of the star's mouth, a tree-like hard shoot emerges, and Metamorph soon looks like a woody plant. At its tip, a ball-like shoot develops. Although it seems unprotected, this shoot is sensitive to the slightest touch. If a predator touches it, long and sharp thorns emerge in a moment. Actually, the ball is an egg the size of a chicken's. The green thorns are full of chlorophyll, feeding the yolk as well. Each thorn is connected to the egg's core, feeding the fetus during its development. When the development of the egg is over, the stalk becomes darker and dries up. Out of the firm stalk, only a thin and dry thread remains. The thorny egg breaks off and falls to the ground. Falling to the ground, the egg breaks, and Metamorph falls out in the form of a peculiar three-beaked bird. The shock caused by the breaking of the shell makes the newborn bird shriek very loudly out of all three beaks simultaneously. Since its voice is piercing, it is recommended that breeders protect their ears with earplugs. When the three-beaked four-legged bird reaches its full size, its tail starts to grow rapidly. The tail is similar to a peacock's, but in the eye of each feather, the same seed that was planted in the beginning has grown. The seed should not be picked until the feather becomes bright violet. The seed is ready for picking when the tiny threads, which keep the core fixed, become totally transparent and the core starts to pulse. During the picking, it is recommended that breeders tie up the bird's beaks and legs. The picking process is not painful for the bird, but its strong maternal instinct forces the creature to defend its posterity. Properly gathered seeds may fetch a very high price on the market. The highest prices are offered by pet shops for fantastic animals and the big zoos. Warning: if any of the seeds has a different look from the starting one, the result of planting is doubtful. It is unknown what shapes the Metamorph might take during its development, and this manual would not be helpful anymore. In such case, the breeders take responsibility for the possible consequences.